think tanks have become an important aspect of policy making, and I think many governments look to the think tanks for policy recommendations and policy inputs. And through these think tanks and such initiatives and these forums, I think regional think tanks have an opportunity to meet, uh, network with each other, learn from each other's experiences, best practices, and they also it's also gives, because CAREC we're working towards regionalism. It also creates a correlation between policies recommended by think tanks, and they can be a collective effort by these think tanks uh, moving forward. So the policies can be harmonized regionally if think tanks have collaborative ideas and they work together and share ideas. So this could sort of feed into government policies and policy frameworks. An important aspect, I think, an important point for, because we are working towards land-based commerce in the CAREC region, and and there's been investments in infrastructure and road networks and energy as well. But I think the TIR conventions, sort of streamlining regionally the implementation of the TIR convention to facilitate land-based transport. Obviously, all the CAREC members uh, will have to collectively strengthen their customs, their documentation, their sort of the container sealing procedures to reduce risk. There would be international guarantees for custom liabilities. So yeah, this is I think an important policy in regional, all in on CAREC as a whole. They can take the TR convention would be should be strengthened and implemented. I believe so. Another thing that needs to be done is to have a more liberal visa regime, probably more business visas for different CAREC members, greater movement of people to people contact. Uh, Chambers of commerce can be encouraged to meet each other, hold events on a regional level to sort of promote trade and connectivity in the region. ASEAN being an integrated regional bloc and having achieved economic growth, and there's a lot of lessons that, that the CAREC region can sort of pick on and learn from them. In particular, as I mentioned before, free movement of people, which is also part of the ASEAN region, uh, would has helped infrastructure connectivity, which it's being invested in, and we're working on it, as well as the policy harmonization. Also, economic integration, which I believe is an important aspect of ASEAN region, uh, building on each country's comparative advantage and industry and resources, indigenous resources. Like CAREC region is mineral rich. They can be cross-border into cross-border projects, building on each country's comparative advantage I mentioned before, building on sort of PPP initiatives, inter cross government infrastructure projects, building developing the mineral industry, natural resources in the area, as well as that. I believe another important aspect would be sort of this energy in the region.